Arsenal Fan TV America, welcome back. Another episode from the Northwest here in the USA. Declan Rice is an Arsenal player. Yes, he is. It's just pending medical. He is scheduled for medical this week. The payment structure, the whole nine for the very, very long deal, it's taking him a lot of time. I don't know why. To agree on between 100 and 105 million. It's like, really, come on now. Let's just do this. And also the payment structure. They wanted all the money up front. Arsenal wanted to pay 50 million, and then 3 years later the rest. Some crazy things are happening around this deal. But what we know now, and per Sky Sports, which is very reliable source, that it is agreed 105 million pounds. That's a lot of money for the West Ham ex-captain. He played 245 games for them, was their captain. Now Declan Rice will go to Arsenal. 24-year-old, very promising player, but again, a lot of money. But hey, listen, you need that strength in midfield. They agreed everything structure-wise, and we wanted to take you through it real quick. It's just 2 years, 50 million here, 50 million, and the 5 mil that was making the problem is just add-ons. So, again, is it a lot of money? It is what it is. It's today's market, but now you could see the ginormous, amount of monies involved in these transfers. Kai Havertz cost 65 million pounds, and there is Declan Rice, 105 million pounds. And of course, their salary. Both of them will make north of 300,000 pounds per week. Yes, it's crazy. Arsenal's squad now is worth 975 million pounds before the addition of Declan Rice. Yes, we're the second most valuable in the world. Of course, Manchester City is first. Let's go visit real quick what Mikel Arteta has done so far. So, first and second seasons, 8th place? And then he fumbled 4th, or, he bottled 4th at the end, like they say in England, bottled it. And we went out, didn't get Champions League, and then he just bottled the Premier League, or he just finished as second, last year after giving it away to Manchester City. So, now we have all these players next year, because there's a lot of players. I mean, I could, a lot of fans. I mean, a lot of people. I don't know if they're really committed 100% fans, but there's a lot of people, a lot of talk, a lot of neutrals too about how well he's doing. Okay, let me just stop here. What do you mean well? What did we do last year? Champions League football. Okay, that's something we're used to as, Arsenal fans that support this club for years. 22 years in a row we were in Champions League football. So that's not really, to get back to what we used to be good at, that's not, to me, it's not winning a league, right? So what has he done? So this year, you're going to tell me those players are new? They didn't play together well enough? Come on, 165 million. And also, we're done with Urian Timber. He's coming in. That's another 36 or something. So that's 200 million, right? And you have players that you're trying to sell also that you shouldn't sell. Emil Smith-Rowe, that's a mistake. We should not sell Emil Smith-Rowe. That's doing very well, by the way, with England scoring. We see him playing for the national team, the under-23s. So obviously he's doing really, really well. KT, Kieran Tierney, our left back. One of the best players Arsenal's ever, seen. He's a great player. And now I'm hearing that we're offloading him also to Newcastle, or trying to sell him there. Thomas Partey to Juventus. Xhaka to Bayer Leverkusen. And Xhaka's already agreed. They're just waiting because of Declan Rice's announcement. So he goes into medical this week, Declan Rice, and then they announce Granit Xhaka's departure, unfortunately. Don't forget this guy and what he's done to you. Look what he's done last year, the contribution for last year, or from Xhaka last year. And now we're hearing that Martin Odegaard is also getting chased by Manchester United. That's going to really test his captaincy if he doesn't go away right away and really trying to erase or demolish this rumor. I don't know how true is it, but again, we're telling you everything we hear out there, and if it's something from a reliable source or something repetitive enough from a bunch of sources that we know of, we bring it to you. And that's what we're bringing to you. A lot of players are leaving from Arsenal. I don't know why. I know there must be a change. But again, that's a team that was riding the Premier League the whole entire season. At the end, the coach couldn't manage it well enough to prevail and to win the Premier League. That's just what happened. Again, now this year, don't tell me at the end of the year when Mikel Arteta does nothing again or wins nothing that he's doing well at Arsenal, because you're having the second most expensive, the second most valuable football team on the planet. You have to win something with that. You have to, right? Man City's doing their part, being number one, and they're acting like it. But we have to not give Mikel Arteta any more excuses. We have to find someone that gets us trophies. Because again, if you look at what he's done the past 5 years in Arsenal, the past 5 seasons that he's been in charge, nothing to me. Those are not trophies. Those are just, we're at 5th, at 8th, at 2nd, and 4th. Those are all numbers that are meaningless to me. You got to win the Premier League. Other than that, you finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th. It doesn't really matter. You're going to go to Champions League. We'll see how this team will play against the giants of Europe and how will they perform. But again, seeing a lot of players leaving Arsenal that they shouldn't be, I'm not really happy about that. All the Arsenal fans I talk to, I'm not really keen on, some of those players that are being talked about leaving the club. But hey, listen, it is what it is. That's world football today. It's how much you get, what player, and again, a lot of money spent here on Declan Rice. Hopefully, he is that guy. What I'm hearing now that Mikel Arteta wants to play Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard in the middle as your 3 midfielders. That sounds good, but I don't know, in action. Is Kai Havertz now, in being in the middle, and Declan Rice, going to do what Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka did last season? Let's remember the stats, because we were doing really well the whole entire season till the injury of Willy Saliba, which is on the good news side. Finally, 4-year deal from William Saliba. He signed with Arsenal. When him and Bukayo Saka signed, to me, those are massive signatures from 2 massive players, because they're loyal and because they're excellent, talented. They have the whole 9 going for them. And of course, I'm going to remind you, like always, don't forget to subscribe, and like and share. Thank you very, very much. This was transfer news about Arsenal, and only Arsenal this week, because again, £105 million move for Declan Rice. It has to be talked about in one show. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next episode.